Yo, hey, what's going on, man? Alright, so I am making this video on the topic of helping free to play players, man. You know, the ones that don't spend at all, or even like people that like spend like $1 a month, you know, stuff like that. On which heroes to actually try to focus on by being a free to play player. And I'm going to say I'll make this video pre KVK because you know during KVK you can get shard chests and blah 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 blah. Is actually, I will say that since they've implemented this hero exchange thing, that's actually pretty good. So let's get started. Number one, when you first enter the game, you're going to get Dackle, you're going to get Lynn Mayer, whatever, the Archer girl, and then you're going to get Malaya. She's gonna be like the this girl right here. Not a bad hero. So she's like for like, you know, yeah, collecting resources or in your castle or whatever. Anyway, so Dackle is gonna be very good for cavalry starting out. Only thing you really need to be putting on him, shoot, is cavalry attack, cavalry HP, and again, it really is good to follow what the game says. I mean, they do know. They're basically giving you cheat sheets on what be good to put on them. So you can do either one of these skills right here. I'd go cavalry HP, probably cavalry attack and rush attack, or commander. You could put commander there too and just take out the cavalry HP. You definitely want to put cavalry attack. I say rush attack because Dackle does no damage as a cavalry hero. He's all attack, but if you put rush attack, it basically makes cavalry faster. And it gives them a chance to rush, meaning they can hit the enemy from the rear guard. And if they can do that, then it's pretty diabolical, you know. Or root out. It just all depends. But you definitely want to go for cavalry stats. Now, when you get someone else, a lot of these heroes you can actually get from summoning. Only ones you wouldn't be able to get from summoning would be like Faceless Knight. You can get Khadijah. She's another one. So get Dackle, get Khadijah, and how you get Khadijah is you keep summoning, and whatever shards you don't need, you go to the hero exchange right here, and she's gonna be right there. And if she's not right there, hit refresh. She'll pop up eventually. 10 shards is all you need. 10 of her shards, and since she's an orange hero, you really don't need that many. 980, that's not a lot. It's really not a lot. So if you can get her, start working on her as well. She's better than Dackle because one, she's an orange tier hero, so her skills are going to have a better effect. So if you want to put cavalry HP, defense, and attack on Dackle, you can put rush attack, commander, and I don't know, cavalry HP on her. It's just, you know, just kind of mission match the skills. Your cavalry be beast. That'd be really good starting out. So that'd be a good way to, you know, to jump ahead of the game with cavalry. As far as the infantry, you're gonna get Renak. Will probably be your second hero that you get as far as like battle heroes. It's normally like that. You normally get Dackle and then you keep summoning, you'll get Renak eventually. Renak is gonna be your infantry hero in hell. Some people still use him to this day. I still use him because I don't spend money on the game. Now I did when I first got, you know, when I first started playing. I don't spend money anymore, so I'm a free player. I'm a free to play player. But I don't spend money on this damn game because I can't. So what you could do is starting out, you put infantry attack, defense, and HP on them. Now who to pair him with? Let's see. It just depends on who you get. Here we go. Another good thing about this hero exchange shards thing, this hero Ryan Steel Sharper is now here. Now it's gonna take a lot more to get him. 5,000, as you can see, it's gonna take a lot more to get him. But if you can get him before KVK starts, and you can also summon him in the summon gate. I'm telling you, man, if y'all summon early and often when you first get it, like when you first start a kingdom, you'll get a shit ton of shards and you're gonna get a lot of good heroes. Ronin is one that you can actually get from summoning. You can't get Asteroid from summoning, or you can't. I don't even think you can get Gideon from summoning. I've never gotten one Gideon shard. You can get your son. Uh, those type of heroes are really, really rare. You can get Erythra even, really, really rare, but you can't get them. But I want to say the weaker you are starting out, the more you summon, the better chances your drop rates are. So if you can get Ryan early and you can keep building on his shards, he would definitely be a great pick for pre KVK battles. This dude makes your infantry really, really tanky. He makes all your troops tanky. But if you can just pair him with Renok early, and shit, I wish I'd have known this when I first started. Pair him with Renok early. Renok is gonna give you that attack. He's also gonna give you that defense. Ryan is gonna give you that HP and that defense for all troops, but you want to put infantry skills on him. And I'm only telling you, infantry. You can do this with any. You can. I've seen people do it with cavalry. It works great. But most people do it with infantry, and the reason why they do it with infantry is because infantry is still king in this game. You need no strategy. Beef up your fucking infantry. I'm telling you. Until they make a change to this shit, infantry will remain unbeatable. And I mean, like, when you get up to like your C26, when you get to T9 infantry, or like even your T8s, anything below that, you might want to stick to cavalry. It's just infantry becomes like really beastly around like T9s. That's like C26 when you start getting your T9s, and you can actually get to C26 without spending money. You really can. RLK makes it really easy. By the time you get to C19, you're like at T7, I think. You're at T7. Then C22 when you get your T8s, and then 26 once you get your T9s. So when you get to like C19, C22, it's gonna get a bit difficult. But that's why you would create farms, farm a lot. Make sure you have the resources, because that's really gonna be the holdup. It's all these damn resources you're gonna need. Um, Other than that, building this game is not that difficult. It's just having the resources. It gets expensive the more you grow. Um, but definitely. So for infantry, let's recap so far. So for cavalry, Daco, Khadijah. That's gonna be a killer cavalry combo. For infantry, Renok, Ryan, Steel Sharper. Okay. So for archers, another free is gonna be these guys. You're gonna get Mori, who's actually a pretty decent archer hero, and he also if you're into archers like I am, even though my archers suck, they're only like maximum, I think, like right at 500 or 510. Um, but this dude, I think he ignores 10% of infantry damage, or archers led by will ignore 10% of infantry defense. Okay, so if he ignores infantry defense, let me see, infantry defense or defense period, and maybe I'll make a separate video on this about, it's just like a short video. Defense is when, that's basically, that determines how many hits your troops can take before it actually loses HP. So the higher the defense, and I think defense is an underrated stat, because everyone always think, oh, HP, HP, HP. HP is good. It's really good, actually. But if you have really good defense, you won't lose any HP, or you won't lose it that easily. So I say go for defense, to be honest with you. Because if you have defense, uh, you're not gonna. I mean, your troops ain't finna lose no HP, meaning they're not finna die, meaning you're finna kill their troops. And that's how the defense things goes. HP is the health points. Defense is how many hits it could take before you lose the health points, and we all know what attack is. It's the fucking damage that it does. Your troops do. But which is why damage heroes are so important, because you have high attack and you have extra damage on top of that, which is what makes Gideon so damn strong. Mori and Lin, really good archer combo. Both of them, if you can max them out, which honestly you can. I think Lynn is in the I think Lynn is in the exchange, but I don't know if Maury is. She's in here somewhere, I believe. I'm not sure if Maury is or not. Um, these two is a really good. What you will want to do with these two, if you want to do your archers, um, I'd say make sure your archer defense is good, HP, and your infantry HP. Yeah, or it's gonna be difficult to do all of that. If you can just put infantry defense and HP and have them both to at least like level 10, 13 on both heroes, and see if you can finagle your infantry HP and defense in your GM somewhere, and basically that allows your archers, because archers has the fastest attack speed in the game, not movement speed but attack speed. Their arrows come out at a rapid rate, so if they're doing that, they're going to need some protection. If your infantry can stay alive, it's basically just like siege, except siege are fucking useless. So if your infantry can stay alive and just at least just block and do some damage, then your archers will clean up, man. They're really good at picking off targets, and like I said, they're fast. So that's a really good for archers. And siege, finally, you ain't getting Asteroid without spending money. You can hang that shit up. All the damn work I did on her, I'm so pissed that just another time. What you could do though, you could either, and I left Dolan off, because you can get Dolan, you really can. It's gonna be very rare that you do. He's probably in the summon gate, the easiest gold hero to get to. You'll probably summon him before you summon any other the gold heroes. Um, you can get him now. Dolan, I love Dolan. He's my favorite hero in the game because he is literally so universal. You could put him with anyone. You could The man is cold. Like you could put him with anyone, and if he increases all troop attack. You put him with anyone and put a focus. Like if you want to have your infantry be strong, you put a focus on infantry with him. Pair him with an infantry hero. Watch your infantry be beast. Same with cavalry, archers, whatever. Like I love this dude, bro. He is so good, but he's more of a post KVK pick in my opinion, because post KVK is when you start being able to get rewards for shards, and those shards are going to help you level Dolan up. Because I didn't really get Dolan really at a high level until, and I mean like level 100 or whatever, until like after KVK started, because I was able to start getting his shards. But hey man, if you could get him shit to level 80 before KVK, and you get just that lucky, hey, more power to you. More power to you. I'd use them. Um, but you could do Shojin, and you could do Mina for your war machines. That's all damage. So you're gonna need a lot of research to back them, and you're also gonna need your gear and your jewels, to be pretty good. Cause you don't. I mean, the way I really feel like the game don't give a shit about war machine stats. It only cares about damage. Apparently, because my war machines have been up to like 550%. I've never seen anybody, and I'm not bragging, but I've never seen anybody's war machines be that high, because nobody wants them or gives a shit about them, and they still don't do nothing to infantry. It's frustrating. So whatever. But I just say you can do that. You can do that combo, the Shojin Mina. And the reason why I say that is because it's gonna be difficult to do because they're so expensive. But if you can get some shards that you're not using, both of them are gonna appear here. Both Mina and Shojin appear here, and that's really the only reason why I even got Mina to level 100. Because you're rarely gonna get their shards. You're rarely gonna get them, if ever. Um, Maybe it'll be different for those just starting out, but it's gonna be difficult to get their shards. Um, I think that's pretty much it. Other than, let me look and make sure. All right, so we got Steel Sharper. Now Jason, you can summon Jason as well, but Jason he's kind of like Badge. He's a very particular hero. If you don't have like really high HP, he's basically gonna get useless. You be useless, and he also reflects the damage back to the troop type that's damaging the infantry. So he doesn't say if someone attacks you with archers, your archers hit your infantry. Their archers hit your infantry. That damage is reflected back to their archers, not necessarily their infantry. It just depends, what's what. So if a person sends like T10 infantry with some archers, and if his T10 infantry aren't doing any damage for whatever fuck reason, that damage is reflected back to the archers, not to the infantry. I thought it was just like front line, but apparently not. Um, but he's kind of particular. You can get him. You can get Oget Mail. You can get this chick right here, Alderin. You can get them all up to level 80 completely without spending money. You really can. Um, After that, good luck to you, because you got to buy their packs. And now Oget Mail, they've started putting in that little that monster rally thing. That's how I got him up to level 100. He's beast. I'm gonna try to get him to 120, and then I'm gonna probably start using him. Um, but yeah, man, badge you gotta buy. You already know that you gotta buy him. That's why he's on level 40. I bought his ass when I was able to spend money from the lucky shooter pack. When I finally got him, then I haven't gotten his ass anymore because it's ridiculous. Gideon, we already know about Gideon. Erythra, we know already. So Cora is actually a sleeper pick, and I might make a video on him separately to tell you why. But he's actually a sleeper pick. I've seen maybe 2 people use him, which I mean that is pretty good. But you rarely see anybody use Cora. I'm just trying to get him to 120 before I use him. Otherwise, what's the point? Because heroes nowadays, except Gideon, if your name anyone not named Gideon, is fucking useless at level 80, I believe. Um, or 60. Like you could use a level 60 Gideon and still be fucking beast as long as you got like a hero to compliment him, like a high power Dolan or Faceless Knight or something like that. But yeah. Now the hero combination that I gave you starting out, you also want to go to your jewels, select preset, and what you want to do is make sure that your let me switch. Let me just go here. This is my archer stuff. So I got archer HP, archer HP. Basically, you want to fill everything up with archer, archer, archer. Infantry defense. Yes, to protect, like I was telling you, to protect the archers. Well, let me go to my war machine one. See up here, war machine attack plus 33. War machine defense plus 25, 29. Infantry defense plus 5. Then you go back down here again, which is a reset attributes. War machine attack 34. So, it's just, you want to always match your attack with your jewels, because they did this preset thing, which is really cool. So I have one for infantry, one for archers, one for war machines, one for cavalry. The fifth one's gonna be for my all-around attack when I get my Shinjin up, which I don't see how the fuck that's gonna happen because I'm not spending money. So I think he's probably gonna be stuck at level 80. Who knows? Maybe I better spend money again later. But in the meantime, if I ever want to use a war machine attack, I will switch to this preset right here that has a war machine pretty much everything. I pair him with my war machine lineup, which is gonna be Dolan and Asherai, or Asherai and Mina. And so Dolan and Asherai puts my war machines over 500. Mina keeps it at about like 479, somewhere around there, which is still pretty good. But Mina doesn't do the damage I thought she would, or it just didn't work for me. Like I said, I don't know. Shit just don't work. But I say for free to play players, those would be good heroes to start off with, and I would honestly just pick one combination and stick with it. It'll be a lot easier that way. You won't necessarily need to have don't try to be like me and try to have 50 fucking dispatches that are all strong. It's paid off in a way, But it's kind of frustrating when you will see people that literally plays with one dispatch. They have one super strong dispatch and the rest of the dispatches suck. Oh, your wild heroes. You also want to build up like Wraith. You're gonna get Wraith, and they're gonna give you a 120 Wraith basically. You complete these chapters, they'll keep giving you Wraith shards. You'll get them at 120. Just put some fucking skills on him. Whatever you may need. It's really not that difficult because at 120 he does like fucking plus 60 infantry attack and defense or something like this. Ridiculous. But he only works on your wall. So keep him on your wall forever. Like let him stay there. And just put another hero on there with him. Like if you don't use Renog, here put Renog on the wall with him, or if you can, and just somebody to compliment him. And then your one strong dispatch, I suggest infantry, and just go from there. And any other questions, man? Yeah, of course, y'all can ask me. And the reason I even made this video because someone brought it to my attention. What's good heroes to focus on for people that don't spin? So here we go. There you go. That's my opinion on it. Um, I'm always open to questions or whatever in the comments. But if there's like a particular hero you want me to like go over and be specific on what to put on them and why, I can do that. It's no problem. Oh, by the way, make sure y'all go check your boy out. I just wrote I'm writing a story. I've already written part 2 of this shit. I wrote this like a month ago, but it's just not being published. So hey, go check that out. Let me know what y'all think. It's I try not to be too long winded because I know people don't like reading. But if you don't like reading, if it's not for you, if you don't like stories or whatever, don't read it. It's not a tips type thing. I stopped writing guides because it's like 50 fucking writers now, and there's no point. So I'm just gonna write stories for the game, and it's actually featuring the heroes. It's just gonna be my own little take on the heroes or whatever. That's about how long it is right there. I mean, it's not too long. It's just a short story. It's like chapter 1 of it, but I got some mostly good feedback. Some people don't like reading, so it's like, I want to read the shit, but don't read it. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all, man, and I'll be back on the next one. Peace.